Welcome back to another Minekingdoms video. So we're going to start off with some very solemn news. Fourth phase has actually just paired in the mine. Like literally just now, I was on getting stuff ready for the video, and it popped up that he died. So we're going to go and we're going to find his body, and we're going to see how he died in lava. I thought I cleared all of this up. Oh, of course, he ran into another giant lava pocket. Why would he not? So, rest in peace, fourth phase. It looks like you are no longer going to be rich. Let's gather your equipment, and we're going to pass it on to the next miner. Rest in peace. Okay, we cleared up the lava down there, but there's no time to mourn here in the Mine Kingdom. We got to move on. So, we're going to meet fourth phase number 2. Lives 52 blocks from here. Bennett A. Ansley. You're fourth phase number 2 now. You're hired. Yeah, fourth phase number 2. You're gonna love your job. Just stay away from the lava and you'll be all good. Alright, well, let's get into the rest of the video. So, I'm going to give you guys an update on how the farm is going. It's going quite well. We've got a chicken, and we have our chicken farmer already breeding the chicken. We have a little wheat farm already set up. We have a cow farm and sheep farm. We just don't have the citizens for them yet. We got to finish upgrading and building housing. But I already put animals in each of them. That way, when we do get those people, they can just get straight to work. I did make a mistake of changing the fill block to deep slate because I was like, wow, we have so much of this. I'm going to change the fill block. Yeah, that was a mistake. I'm going to have to change this all to dirt because that's ugly. But what I've been spending most of my time on, as you can see, is clearing trees and forming the terrain. Uh, this used to be a little bit hilly. This over here was definitely hilly, and I just finished this not too long ago. So it's going to be a lot more of this forming the terrain. That way we can actually use this space over here. I don't want it all flat because that's boring, but I want it flatter so we can actually build some decently sized larger buildings without them like hanging off of the side of the world. So that's what's kind of going on at the farm. So what we are going to do today is we are going to plan the wall. So the wall is going to be surrounding the entire main part of the colony, and it's going to, just be a wall and some gates all around. That way we can get everything lit up on the inside and mob free. And then they can just do whatever they want and never fear being invaded by, raids or by zombies or creepers or whatever. So, with that being said, we need to get on and start planning some more guard towers so we can figure out where this colony is actually going to end. And I was going to end it by looping around the lake, going around that, but I'm thinking kind of a circular shape makes more sense. So instead of ending around the lake, I was going to come here, build it all along the lake. Let's go around it. Let's incorporate that space. So we're going to go up around here. We're going to cut off kind of right here. And then we're going to open it up. We're going to go around the lake, down here, around here, down into the farm area, which is cool, right? Like that's going to be a massive area to work with for the main capital. But I'm thinking about doing an inner wall. If you guys have seen the show Attack on Titan, you know how they have like tons of different walls. So when one wall is breached, they can fall back to the next one. I'm thinking about kind of doing that. So we're gonna do some examples here. We're gonna take a look at how this would work with our current building, and we'll see if it'll even work. So, for instance, if we wanted to do that, we pretty much already have a circle of buildings here. It's kind of an oval, I should say, not a circle. Um, but we've got this oval shape that we can try to surround. So, like, the hardest part would be to just get started. So we're gonna have to go to walls, segment one, and that's how it would look level 5. And we would just have to go through segment. I think there's also corners, right? Let's go back. Yeah, there's corners to turn your wall. Well, that's kind of like a gradual turn. There are also towers. Tower 1. Instead of using like these towers though, I would probably just build a guard tower at any point I would want to build one of these towers, because it doesn't make sense to not take advantage of that to get even more guards. And most importantly though, there are the gates. The gates, I don't know if they actually work, like gates that open and shut, but if they did, that'd be super cool. And if not, we can probably try to rig something up with create to have gates that actually open and shut. So that's kind of the plan. So what we would want to do is probably put a gate. We're going to want multiple gates because we're going to need to be able to move around and have our citizens move around inside our colony. So I'm thinking we start with a gate here. You got to get something down. And then once something is down, your citizens, they can start building, and you can start getting a vision of how it's all going to work. So we got to get something down. We're going to start with a gate. I would like a gate here to open it up to the rest of this area out here. Um, so this might not end up being like a giant circle. It might still end up being a square, but we have an oval of buildings. So gate, shoot. Yeah, we're going to have to do a lot of terraforming with this though. Let's bring this back a couple. Still want it to come back a couple more. Then we'll take our shovel. This is kind of what I do a lot. You guys are getting the picture of how I place these buildings when they don't exactly line up. We'll take a little bit off there. We'll take a little bit more off here. There we go. That's better. So gate would go here. Not too bad. So let's go ahead and at level 1 it looks like this, and most of our walls probably gonna be level 1 as we go, and then we'll upgrade it to level 5. I kind of want to stick with level 2 is not that expensive and it looks way better. I kind of want to stick with medieval spruce for all of our walls. Maybe in a different section we'll switch to a different one, but it's just a bunch of cobblestone dirt, so it won't be that bad. We're gonna probably have Cody build this section, and we keep having our miner die, and our miner as of right now is really not getting us that great of resources. So instead of having the miner dig at negative 47 or whatever it is right now, I'm actually going to have the miner dig. The miner loves his new job. We're going to have the miner dig at like 41, sure. But we're going to have him repair it first. That way they can start collecting cobblestone for us again, because we're going to need a ton of cobblestone for these walls. And I'd rather them do that than gather like 1 iron every 15 minutes as they're doing right now. We will keep upgrading the mines. I'm not giving up on the mine. In here in the university, if we could take a look at some technology for the mine, we can find it here. Yeah, we can get good veins, rich veins, amazing veins, and motherlode. Look at that. Find plus 100% more ore. We are definitely going to keep going down this path. This is probably going to be the one. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're probably not going to get that one. We'll probably take Madness instead. But we're going to get all the way up to, 50% more ore, 25. I don't know if these stack. I hope they do. So I hope that's 25, 50, 100. I hope that equals up to 100% more ore between these, which is going to be crazy. That's doubling what they find, and then we can again double it with our smeltery or triple it or whatever. Once we build a smeltery, I was told that the level of the smeltery increases the level of fortune that happens. So we have that section placed. We're going to have someone that's gathering the resources. We have plenty of wood. Wood is not even a question. Cody's working on residence. That's okay. Finish your residence and come back over here. So we can continue kind of scoping out our rough wall plan and see how it'll work. I need your guys' help with this. So sometimes when I have my builder tool out, the the ghosts of the finished building show up, and sometimes they don't. Is there something that triggers that, a button press or something that actually makes those show? Because it would be very nice to be able to see the ghost of all of the walls while we are trying to build the large section of wall. So let me know. All right, well, until I can figure that out, I can't really do too much with the walls. Um, but we can kind of walk the wall real quick, what I'm thinking. So it's going to go down here. We'll probably bump it back a little bit to line up with this tower. It'll keep coming down here. It'll connect with this tower. Um, we do have an apiary here, so maybe we'll bump it out this way, kind of make it go diagonal. Um, come up around here, and then make it come diagonal back. Probably, I don't know. I might just remove the apiary and move it somewhere else. Um, I don't know if I've talked about the apiary. Anyway, our people got smallpox, so they needed honey. So I made an apiary so we can get honey without having to go search the wild. But anyway, then the wall will connect here. Then it will probably connect. It'll just be a big connection over here next to this guard tower. And then I think I'll put a gate here. Yeah, a gate here would be nice, and then it will come down around. We need to eventually fill this giant crater because this giant crater is going to be a problem, but also a nice thing because we can fill it all at one level and then have a nice slate to work with. But then the wall will keep coming, coming, coming all the way over here. It's going to come up around here. I'm not going to put it all the way at the water. I'd like to be able to walk around the wall outside uh, along the water. So it's going to come all the way out here. Maybe put a gate here. I'm feeling a gate there, actually. Yep, we'll put a gate here. And then we'll come all the way around. We'll start looping it this way again. Around this forest. I know we have another guard tower, so we'll try to connect it up with this guard tower. And then we'll probably, I know there's a guard tower there, but we'll just come around and maybe just connect it up to the mountain itself and not have the wall finished. We'll just have the mountain as kind of like a natural wall on that end. And same thing with over here. We will probably, what's up, child? We'll probably start turning this and have this come up and connect right here to the natural mountain to have a giant wall around our capital city. I don't think that we're going to build too many more buildings in this capital city. So I want to get this all safe for our citizens, besides the miner. The miner's never safe, I guess. So I want to get this all safe for the citizens, and then we can start expanding out with our different little regions in our first like continent area. We can start doing different styles. I do want to do different styles for the different areas we build that still kind of mesh with the main style, kind of like how we're doing some Nordic over there. Um, we're still incorporating some medieval spruce, but I think that's going to help keep each section looking a little bit different and a little bit unique. So this farm just finished. I think this is one of the Nordic styles, or maybe it's the oak one or the spruce one. I don't remember, but it actually comes with its own little farm as well. And now that we kind of fixed up this area down here, we could even put another farm block and have the farmers work on these fields. But that is kind of far. We might end up removing this field. Yeah, we're gonna remove this field now that they created their own field inside their little building, because I don't want too many fields. If there's too many fields, they'll never be able to keep up, and we're probably just gonna have two farmers. Maybe we can bust another one of these fields and build another farmer with field um, eventually, because I want these guys to be able to keep up. They're going to be responsible for feeding, like, hopefully up to 50 citizens, this whole area. That's why I'm putting so much focus on this now, is so that soon we should be able to start really expanding with residences and growth, and getting some duplicate buildings, getting a duplicate duplicate woodcutter, duplicate mine, maybe even a quarry somewhere. um and just start really progressing quick, because we're at that turning point in Mind Colonies where we have the infrastructure set up now. We're getting food to support everything, and now we just need to plan and expand. So this video is just kind of more of an update video. I didn't have the most time, but I still wanted to get something out for today. That way you guys can kind of see where we're at. Waiting on this stuff to be built has taken a long time, so I do apologize that this is just kind of an update video. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.